Hello my SherBears, welcome back to my channel. Apparently my mouth has stopped working, bear with me. Today's video is going to be Avon, and more Avon. I decided to do an overview of products that are my absolute loves of Avon and some that I really don't like. There are going to be products that I use from Avon that, how do I put it? They're not my go-tos, but I still like them. And then there's products that I just don't like at all, and that's my opinion only. It is not an opinion of everybody. There are plenty of products that people love that I don't. And there's products that I use that I wouldn't say they're my absolute must products, but I do use them and they're okay and they serve the purpose. So I'm going to get into it because there is a lot, and there's something you should know about Avon. It's not just makeup and skincare, it is jewelry, it is home decor. There is so much to Avon. Our catalog's huge, and they have a different catalog, and you have your Marks, which is a different catalog, so there's a lot of product in Avon. So these are, and there's quite a pile in front of me. So bear with me, this is going to be a long video. I'm warning everybody right now. So my first product, and this is my absolute must have, and it's actually a recent must have, and that's their cleansing brush. They had recently came out with a whole skincare line for all the different skincare types. I have tried those cleansers, I've tried the micellar water, the toner, all those. They're okay, they are not my absolute top favorites. This brush is an absolute must. It runs on 2 AA batteries. It's got a vibrating head. You can get replacement heads for $15. This regular price is $40, which is a steal when you compare it to the Clarisonic and even the Mary Kay brush, which is $65 or $60. So, first, very much must have. I have recommended this to so many people now. The next is their lipsticks, and I don't think that will be a shock to anybody. My absolute favorite lipstick, I don't actually have a backup of it right now, and I am working through this so fast. Anybody who's been watching my channel knows that this is my absolute favorite lipstick. This is, you don't know what to put on your lips, put this on. You want to go for a nude lip, put this on. This is blush nude, and that's how much I have left of it, so I definitely have to repurchase. But I have so many lipsticks that I'm like, I don't really need it. I have other nudes. I could do without. It's my absolute favorite lipstick, and it's just this perfect pinky nude. It is not long lasting. It's a cream formula, but it's a must-have. The other two, which are my favorites, are in the matte lipsticks, and my very first video was on these lipsticks. These are the matte formula, and these are so comfortable and they smell like cupcakes. So the first one is in pure pink, and it is this color right here. These are long lasting. They last for at least 6 hours, barring eating something with oil in it. But I was drinking and then eating, but it didn't have anything oily. And this is my go-to red, which is called Red Supreme, which is also in the Avon matte formula. Those three lipsticks. Sticking with the lip theme, my go-to lip gloss is always an Avon, it seems. I have NARS, I have Buxom, I have Mary Kay, I have a Model Co. comes very close. I've been using that one. But when I reach for a gloss, it's usually an Avon Ultra Wear Glaze Wear. Not necessarily this one. I actually like Iced Pink, and I think it's in my purse right now. This one is in Peach Envy. What I like about these ones, and you want the ones that are like this, you don't want the ones in the squeeze tube. Those ones are sticky and goopy and gross. These are not sticky and goopy. You don't get that stringy thing. They're just a nice lip gloss. That's exactly what they are, and they don't have a funny taste, and they're just beautiful lip glosses. And the last thing in the lip product area is their Glimmer Stick lip liners. Now my favorite lip liner is going to be ColourPop almost every time, but if I'm not using a ColourPop, I'm using an Avon, and these are the ones that are retractable, which is nice. I do have the sharpening kind, but these ones are a bit softer, so they're easier to put on. They're not so soft that they wear away, but these are a must-have too, and they're the Glimmer Stick lip liners. Next, I'm going to move on to the face, but for other face products, I have two. And one is a powder that I am trying to pan, and I think it must have just had an air bubble in it. There is like a pinhole right in the middle, but I have been using this every day for at least 5 times a week for the past month and a half, and it has a dip, but I'm not getting anywhere near pan on this. There is so much product in here, and I've been using it for like 3 months non-stop. And these are their Ideal Shade Pressed Powders. This one's in neutral, and I like it. It lasts a good amount of time. I actually have another one in my purse that I use when I'm at work, but these are really good, and I think they're a must-have. So for bronzing, and this was the bronzer I had. It was like the only bronzer I had for the longest time, and it is the Avon Glow, and you can actually see it's actually wore off the Avon. And this one is in light bronze, and it's, I can't describe this, and it's kind of like sunscreen, but not quite. It's a weird scent. Anyway, it's not awful, it's just weird. It has like a sun pattern on it, and this is the only bronzer I was using for like 6 months straight. This was the only bronzer I used, and it gave me a nice glow without being too dark, like looking too made up. It isn't the one I'm using today. Today's is Mary Kay, but this is a beautiful bronzer, and you can also get it in beads, which works great with a kabuki brush. But if you want something that you can just pack, this is it. And they are available all year round. Some things don't stay available all year round. The last face product I have is, and I just had this in a favorites, and that is my blush, my Heavenly Pink, which is my go-to blush when I don't know what blush I want to use. I have been using this one for ever and ever and ever, and it's still going strong, and it lasts all day, where some can like just swoop away. My e.l.f. can do that at times, but this one lasts. I also note that that's the one that I always tell people to get to, is the Heavenly Pink, or if they're looking for something a little more neutral, I go with the Candlelight. And I know that in other countries they don't have the same Avon products, so that's an interesting. I know I seen one on Curvy Barbies, and the one that she showed kind of reminded me of Candlelight, but it wasn't called Candlelight, it was called something different. The next items are going to be eye items, and I'm going to start with eyeliner, and this is a Glimmer Sticks eyeliner, and this one is in ultraviolet. And for the longest time, every time they came out with eyeliners, I'm like, oh, there's a purple, because I love purple. It doesn't want to go on my hand because I wiped it off. These are just nice eyeliners. They stay in place all day. If you get the gel ones, they're really soft, so you have to be really light-handed, but they do stay. They dry down, they stay in place. This one is one that was in the Chrome's collection that they don't have anymore, but the diamonds are very close to this. You want the retractable ones. You don't want the ones that you sharpen, because those things are hard and will just tear up your eye. Next is actually an item that I have repurchased over and over and over again, and it's not for me. My daughter is in love with the Super Extend eyeliners, and that's what it looks like. She has been a Kat Von D person forever. She loves Kat Von D. She loved the tattoo eyeliner, and I gave her one of these, and now she wants these. She says that these are better than the Kat Von D eyeliner, so that's saying something. It just has like a felt brush for the tip, and this I have to wash it off right now because it will stay. It does not move. It dries down to stay. That's what it does. The next items I have are their single eyeshadows, and they don't have a lot of single eyeshadows, but the ones they do have are really good and really hard to open. But they're single eyeshadows, and some of them are shimmery and some of them are matte, and this one is beige, and it's just a great transition color. I use, when I'm using a palette that doesn't have a transition colors, I either use this or I pull out a Makeup Geek, but more often than not I pull for this one. And one of my favorite blue eyeshadows is this one, and I think it's called, yeah, Midnight Sparkler. So it does have a bit of sparkle, but it is just a beautiful dark navy blue with just slight shimmer, and I love to use this with just a pink base and then put this on the outer corner and into the crease. The first one is the Avon Super Extend Winged Out Mascara. This is my go-to for just a nice light coating of mascara. It wings out the side, it fills in, and I always get it in the blackest black because I find that works best. But it just has a nice small brush and it works perfectly. I don't know how, because my Joe Fresh has a big bulb on the side to get basically the same effect, just with a little more product. But this is ride or die for me. See, I've opened it now. Now I have to use it. I didn't have one opened. The next one is, and I bragged about this one too because I love this one too, is the Big and Multiplied mascara, which is relatively new, but they have a new one coming out again. And this one is just great for getting that really voluminous look to your face. And it has an odd shaped brush where it has like 3 different things. So the bristles are to elongate, whereas the channels are to add product and make it look more voluminous. And this stuff works without clumping up your lashes. A must have. That's the Big and Multiplied, not to be confused with the Big and Daring. Okay. So the first one I'll get into is the one that I haven't been using because I've been using another eye cream, actually 2 other eye creams, 3 other eye creams. But this was my go-to eye cream, and you'll have to excuse the mess. This is the new Clinical Eye Lift Pro, and this is probably the biggest eye cream seller in the Avon lineup. It comes with a gel and a cream. The gel goes on the lid and the cream goes underneath. I like this because this does firm. This gel is very firming, and a little bit goes a long way. I mean, this lasts forever. Still good. The only thing is you can't use this before makeup because the gel will just make it all goopy. But using the gel at night, and you can use the cream in the morning and at night underneath the eyes, but I wouldn't put any on your lid before you're putting on eyeshadow because it will make it goopy. This is well worth the money, and I think it's a regular 35 bucks. But it lasts a long time. You don't need very much. The next item, and this has been in my favorites, monthly and I think weekly favorites, and this is actually my second container of these, and this is the new Clinical Extra Strength Retexturizing Peel. And these are awesome. They are pads. I do not use these daily. I use them twice a week. These are, I think, $35 too, which there's 30 pads in here, $35. If you go buy the Dr. Dennis Gross ones, it's $102 for 30 peels. So, 35 versus 102. And I wouldn't use the Dr. Dennis Gross every day either because it's expensive, and I don't think that you need to do a peel every day. This is also a new product, and I've been using this, and that's the new vitamin C. I would not say this is my favorite vitamin C. It smells better than the one that I liked. But for the price difference, this works just the same. It's just a bit sticky, so I've ended up working it in with my moisturizer so that it's not quite as sticky. Next is, this was a happy accident because somebody else had ordered it and they actually burned their skin, and I know that that's something that happens with people that don't use retinol on a daily basis. I was already using a retinol and I thought I'll just give it a try and see. Maybe it's something with the product, then you can tell Avon about it. Well, it doesn't burn my skin. It actually feels really good and I love it. This is the new clinical line eraser with retinol and I love this. I love the packaging. It doesn't burn my skin at all. I feel like my skin feels really good in the morning because I use this at night before my moisturizer. So that's a must, and this is hella expensive too. I think it's $35. But I think my Neutrogena one that I used too was $35, so, or close to it. So as far as retinols go, I'm sure I could find way more expensive ones if I tried looking. Okay, now, oh, I also have to say that the new cleansing cloths, these are really nice. They don't sting your eyes. They take off your makeup. They don't work for eye makeup, but I don't think my micellar water removes the makeup. The micellar water from Avon removes eye makeup unless it's essence, and you need an eye makeup remover. The next things I have here are body care products or body products. I'm going to start from the feet, work my way up, I guess. So this is the Avon Footworks Overnight Cream. This one's in lavender. I love all their foot creams. They are wonderful. You put these on, they moisturize your feet. You don't have any issues with cracking. They absorb. They also have like a deodorizing spray. They have foot wipes. They have powders. They have scrubs and foot soaks. All of the footwear products are wonderful. Just find one that you like. Right now they have a pineapple one, which is really nice. I have a chocolate scented one, which I'm not. I really like the lavender, and then they just have the regular ones that are quite nice too. And well, no, in fact, I have the one thing that they've been doing, and this is just in the last couple of years, is they've been coming out with seasonal candles. This one is in whipped pumpkin. I can't find the one that I like for this season, but this is wonderful. These, I wish they'd come out. They come out seasonal with different scents, and I wish they'd come back out with the one that they had last fall, which was a salted caramel, but they didn't, so I guess I'm not getting salted caramel. Next, they also do jewelry, and most of them are statement pieces. So I don't know if you know, I don't wear a lot of statement pieces, but if you are looking for statement pieces, they have them, and this one is actually available right now, and it's a long chain. If I'm wearing a necklace, it's a long chain. I don't like anything tight against my neck, but they do have things like that, and I see a lot of YouTubers that do like the big chunky necklaces. I wish I could do that, but I just don't think I could pull it off. But this one I like because it hangs lower. This also came with drop earrings that match it. My favorite statement piece, and you can't get this one anymore, and it was from Avon, is this piece. And this also came with earrings, and I don't know why, sometimes they just grab my attention. And their jewelry is really inexpensive. Like, you're not getting gold. You could get sterling silver, which is more on the pricey side. The other thing that Avon is so good for is watches. I'm going to show you this watch, which was my very first watch I bought from them. You cannot get this anymore, and this band is not from what came with it. I needed a longer band, but I fell in love with that watch, and I've had this for going on 3 years, and it's still keeping time. But you cannot get that one anymore. This is what kind of thing that you're going to see from them. They have tons and tons of watches. So these range anywhere from, this one's 19. They have, just making sure, is clothes. And you have seen me brag about like this blouse, which I absolutely love. And one thing about Avon is that when you buy something, it's going to fit. They tend to be a bit larger, if anything, and they're comfortable. They're relatively inexpensive. This was like $34.99. I could go to Edition, I'll get something of the same quality, and it'd be probably close to 80 bucks. The shirt I'm wearing today is Avon. I also have PJs from Avon, which are so comfortable. And because I'm tall, I'm long in the leg, I love Avon because they go down to my ankle. So the PJs I have go down to my ankle. Apparently, if you're heavy, you're short. I don't know. The other thing they have is shoes. I have several pairs of shoes from them. They're cushion walk, so, and sometimes you can get them in the wider width. And slippers. I think I've owned every single pair of their slippers at one point or another. And they're memory foam, and they have the hard sole, so if you have to run outside for a few seconds, you don't have to worry about taking off your slippers, putting on your shoes, going outside. Now on to things that I am not the biggest fan of. Number one, they always tout up their eye makeup remover. Their eye makeup remover sucks, in my opinion. It doesn't do anything. It's like a cream. Why am I putting a cream on my eyes? Don't like their eye makeup remover. I do not like the matte quads. Don't like them. They don't blend. They have pigment, but they don't have pigment when you put them on your eyes. They're my least favorite thing in the world from them. I am not big on their fragrances because it seems like they either have musk or they have rose. Those are not scents that I can wear. So I'm more of sweet, some floral, but mostly sweet. And then these. There's also another one, which is the extra lasting. Do not like it. Oh, I forgot about that. Do not like the extra lasting. Don't like these. These look like, they look pink tone. I put these on my face, and within, I'd say, a matter of an hour, they are orange. Like, they oxidize so bad on me, and I know some people can use them, no problem. They just are not mine. But I forgot one product I love, the cream products, and that's the Extra Lasting Concealer. This is a go-to concealer for me. It lasts all day, and I don't really care for a lot of the Extra Lasting line in Avon. This is, I used it today, I love it. What else don't I like? I don't like their squeeze tube lip glosses. Don't like them. I don't like their gel eyeliners. They dry out way too fast. I think that's everything from my tops for Avon, and my not so tops. My biggest thing to stay away from is their hair care tools. Don't get their hair care tools. They aren't good. I don't care. They break. They don't do what they say they're going to do. Things like that. Of course, they all have, like, I think all companies have those bad things that are just cheapy, and I wouldn't use the matte quads. The other quads were fine, and they aren't in my top, but they are good. I don't shy away from them. I've used them. But other than that, I think that's everything. I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful sunshiny day. Much love, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.